Good evening and welcome back to yet another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. I am Hashni Patirana. Let's start off with your headlines.
News First headline.
Sri Lanka's weather-related death toll rises to 16. President instructs to utilize World Environment Day funds to aid weather-affected citizens. Cabinet to discuss immediate relief for flood victims. Education Ministry to close schools due to adverse weather conditions. In your international headlines, lightning strike in Czech Republic injures 18 people. And in your sports, it's cricket. Sri Lanka to take on South Africa tonight at the T20 World Cup 2024. Now taking a look at your top story tonight, Sri Lankan authorities have confirmed that 16 people have died as a result of adverse weather conditions that battered the country over the weekend. The Disaster Management Centre said that 5 others remain missing in the Galle and Madra districts. President Ranil Wickremesinghe embarked on an observation tour of the Kolonava, Kalania and Ambatale areas to assess the welfare of individuals affected by the floods and other disasters resulting from adverse weather conditions. Following this tour, he participated in a discussion held at the Kolonava Sedavatta Veheragoda Rajamahaviharaya, where he issued instructions. During his visit, the President also inspected the Ambatale, Galvana, Purana Rajamahaviharaya, where displaced individuals are sheltered, as well as the Sedavatta Veheragoda Purana Rajamahaviharaya. Additionally, he visited the security centres of Kolonna Veterans, S. Silva College and Valampitia Community College to inquire about the well-being of the people and instructed officials to address their needs promptly and continuously. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena also visited several areas affected due to heavy rains and floods today. He met the people affected by the rains in areas including Avisavella and Puakpitia, and parliamentarian Yadabini Gunawardena and officials accompanied the Prime Minister. Moving on to more local stories, Provincial Councils, Local Government and Environment State Minister Janaka Vakumara announced that President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed to utilize funds allocated for the national celebration of World Environment Day on the 5th of June to aid those affected by adverse weather conditions. Now, he emphasized that during this time of difficulty, some individuals are attempting to gain political advantages by merely criticizing, while what is truly needed is immediate assistance for those affected. State Minister Vakumara made these remarks at a press conference held at the Presidential Media Centre today under the theme Collective Path to a Stable Country. An emergency cabinet paper is scheduled to be presented today to provide immediate relief to the people affected by the adverse weather conditions. This decision comes following a discussion with the President and the Prime Minister. The cabinet paper proposes immediate relief to the affected people and a reconstruction of destroyed homes at the government's expense with the assistance of tri-forces. Accordingly, the cabinet paper is scheduled to be presented at the cabinet meeting this evening. And the final local story of this edition of Visual Radio, Sri Lanka's Education Ministry has reached a decision to close schools in certain areas due to adverse weather conditions. Now, all schools in the Galle and Ratnapura districts in the Sabaragamuwa province, all schools in the Galle Madra districts in the southern province, and all schools in the Kalathura district and Homagama zone in the western province will remain closed tomorrow. In addition, all national and provincial schools in the southern province will remain closed on the 4th and 5th of June. Schools in other provinces are expected to operate as usual starting tomorrow.
International news.
Shifting our focus to news overseas, local emergency services said 18 people were injured in the Czech Republic after a tree they were sheltering under was struck by lightning. Now, the strike happened yesterday afternoon in the Liberec Castle Park, located in the northern Liberec region about 55 miles northeast of the capital, Prague. Photos and videos shared by the fire service show dozens of emergency personnel and vehicles at the scene.
Sports news.
Taking a look at the sports arena, Sri Lanka's first match of the 2024 T20 World Cup against South Africa will be held at the Nassau County International Cricket Stadium in New York tonight. South Africa has won 12 out of the 17 T20 matches between Sri Lanka and South Africa so far, and whereas Sri Lanka have won 5. Reportedly, a large crowd of fans have gathered in New York to encourage the Sri Lankan team led by Vanidu Hasaranka. The match is scheduled to commence at 8 p.m. local time. And that's all the news we got for you on this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. I am Hashni Patirana. Thank you for watching and good night.